Good morning, YouTube. Day 11, and I'm taking Sugar Butt. We're going for a little walk. What do you think of that, huh? Today is at Green Turtle Bay. We're about 40, 50 miles from Green Turtle Bay. We need fuel. I got to put another impeller in the generator. I did start it up last night and found out that the impeller, it is the impeller again. So why we're popping impellers on this generator, I want to hear in the comments if anybody has an idea why I'm on my third impeller such a short period of time. Anyway, it's kind of a short run today through the canal and then over to Green Turtle Bay. We'll get that done, and then we're going to get some gasoline for the little Honda generator, and I'm going to get that working to where it will run the pilot house air conditioner and the refrigerator. That's all we really need. Guys, thank God we called the locks this morning. There's two locks here. There's the Blakely lock, and I want to show them to you real quick. So right here, there's the Blakely lock, and then there's the this lock. Which is the name of this one? Anyway, we called the locks. This one is closed. The one that they normally put the recreational traffic through, which is this one. The Blakely lock is closed. And so they're gonna route us through the Kentucky Dam, which I've never been through that, so that's kind of cool. So I'm excited about that because I've never been through that one. This one's down for maintenance, so I'm glad we called. So let's make sure, like when you're leaving the marina in the morning, you need to call your lock that you're getting ready to go into and make sure that it's open. So starboard reverse, port forward, and then just thrust over, and it'll take you right off the dock sideways. You may add a little bit of fuel to your reverse engine. You can see how that just takes us right, almost perpendicular right off the dock. And we have a wind pushing us onto the dock. You can see that the flag there. It's the wind is coming out of directly on our port beam. Well, I'm excited. I get to go through a new lock. Yeah. This is a big boy lock too.
Kentucky Dam sounds like really big.
Yeah, it is. It's like one of the busiest locks in the U.S. because there's so much traffic that comes off that lake and then onto the. Mike out on the deck. Candy's got the helm. No, Candy's got the most important thing. She's got booger butt. Anyway, Paducah heading to Kentucky Lock. I'm very excited because I've never been through the Kentucky Lock before, because I always take the diversion over to the lock where they put the recreational. Everything. Look at the size of that thing. It's just massive. You know how many horsepower that thing?
It's still just two motors, right?
Yeah, two big ass motors. I don't know. Somebody in the comments tell us how many horsepower these things. I want to guess. I know it's over 10,000 per motor. So I know they're pushing over 10,000 horsepower. They are not waiting because this lock is not closed.
See, the commercial lock's not.
It's the recreational lock.
That was an incorrect statement.
You know, when she gets like that, that's her nickname is Candy. That's the blonde, and she doesn't pay attention.
She was a blonde in her candy days.
Oh, she was. All right, good. That's good to know. Good to know. So me, Pam, and Mike are talking about fuel mileage on that, because we've gone like our fuel burn right now It's gone over 300 miles on this tank of fuel. And this is what will be advertised. This is what the guys mostly advertise when they're trying to sell a boat. We got 2.5 miles a gallon running wide open, 17 knots. Yeah, it can happen down the Mississippi, but that's the only place it's going to happen. Our average for the trip right now, I would say, is probably, and when we get done, when we get it all the way to Gulf Shores, it'll probably be about 1.2 miles a gallon, and that's running some on about 50-50. Some of it up on top, going fast, and some of it just cruising right now like we are at about 1450, 1500 RPMs, doing our 10 miles an hour. Kentucky Lock and Dam, Kentucky Lock and Dam. This is southbound pleasure craft, and we have your gates in sight. Kentucky Lock and Dam, Kentucky Lock and Dam. This is southbound pleasure craft and company. Tied up here for a while, but this is Kentucky Dam and Lock, and the other one right next to it over here on our port side. You can't see it over the hill here. Is you got to go through the Cumberland, and then you come over to it, the Blakely Lock, which is it's closed today. It opens at 6 p.m. but these guys said they'll get us through sometime today, so we'll go anchor somewhere. We'll check in with the Lock, and then we'll go anchor somewhere and wait till we get our call in to the Lock. It could be 15 minutes, it could be 2 hours. About this whole life vest thing, because it's very important that you know that you have to walk around on the decks with your life vest on, because if you go overboard and mommy or daddy have to jump in to save you, it's going to take them a few minutes, so you got to have your life vest on. Do you understand? Huh? Do you understand? You get it? I know you do. You're such a good girl. So look at what I got to get out here. I'm gonna go check the progress on the Lock here. I just called the Lock. They said it'd be about another hour. Another hour in Lock term is about another 2 hours in real time. Anyway, they said that the double, they're working on the double. Then they're gonna pick us up. But this is the Kentucky Lock Dam. It's like this every single time I come through here. Throw your anchor out, enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your afternoon. Don't have a long day planned because you're going to spend most of it anchored waiting. We just got the call to come in the Lock, so we're heading in the Lock. So all day we had to wait there about 4 hours. And now we're going in. Heading over to Green Turtle Bay. We'll take on fuel there, and then I'm going to put a new impeller and do a couple things and maybe some groceries. First big Lock. You can see how big this Lock is. I mean, that's huge. This will be our biggest lift yet. You got to go in with a bunch of these little pleasure boats, which I don't like doing, but I can't be picky. It's a big boy Lock right here. Mike, if we got to go behind that that tow right there, I think you're going to have to drive. There's only 10 feet there. There's not even 14 feet, is there? 15 feet? Why would he be there? What is going on here? Crazy. Oh, it must be open in back of him. There's no wall in back of him, Mike.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say, man, that ain't much space there. And I don't like locking with this many boats. Like,
It really doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when we have to tie up to other people.
wow, it's a whole nother situation. All right, we're hauling a nail at Green Turtle Bay. Candy, you've had us sitting here for 4 hours. What else were we gonna
You
do?
didn't do something right.
So Kentucky Lake here, and now we can do the cut over to Green Turtle Bay. They have a courtesy car there. I think we can go get some shopping done. That's the other lock right there. That's the Blakely lock right here that we normally have to go through as loopers or private boaters. There's our slip right there, Green Turtle Bay. Get the boat fueled up here. We took 120 on the starboard side. I anticipate we'll use exactly the same, maybe a little bit less on the port side because the starboard side is the generator side. Guys, I made it to Green Turtle Bay and the crew amazed, and look at this. I just took Booger Butt out for a walk. She went up there and walked around beautiful Green Turtle Bay, and now I'm gonna go. I just sent Pam and Mike over to the grocery store. They're gonna pick up some groceries. We're 642 miles from Homeport Marina. We got about 6-7 days left. Then I'll do a couple days servicing the boat, getting it ready, and I am out of here. So I'm glad and I'm excited that we made it here to Green Turtle Bay. Huge statement. I'm going to, right now, I'm going to put our last impeller in the generator. So we started the trip with 3. I'm down to my 3rd one. I've got some checks to do, so let's go down there and check that out before we call. I'll call today to the end while Pam and Mike go to the grocery store and pick up a few groceries, and then we're gonna go eat up at the steakhouse. Good news is I've gotten really fast at changing these impellers. It only takes me a few minutes, especially when the engine's cool, but it's popping that one, it's like one blade off of there. It's the damnedest thing. I've never seen it before. This will be the next impeller I put in will be my 3rd impeller on this trip. So we didn't use the generator all day today. It was nice and cool out, so we didn't really have to. And on these cool days, you know, it's not, but I want it running because it is hot and it's going to get hot, and I you know, there's no reason it shouldn't be running. My last impeller did the same exact thing, just loses this one blade right here. So I want to hear in the comments, what do you guys think? What's going on here? Why is it doing it? Maybe a little bit of a restriction flow of water. I'm going to check the cooler, or the basket for the through hull. Make sure that that's all closed before I open that valve back up. See if there's an issue there. Super easy. I just open that up right there, take that bolt off right there, and I'll pull out the little piece of impeller. It'll be sitting right inside there. Put this back together and I'm done. It takes me now probably about 30 minutes to do the whole job. And here's my little piece of impeller. I can feel it with my finger. And that's it. That little blade right there. That's what came off. So I got that out of there, put that back on, put the new impeller in, boom, fire this thing back up and it's running. The impeller out of the pack, and right there, it's almost the exact break on what I have. So I don't know if we got a bad batch of impellers here or what's going on, but this is no sense in even putting this in. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. And until we get another, I can buy another good impeller, I'm not even, we're gonna be out of a generator. Guys, I pulled the sea strainer out and look what we got. We got a dirty sea strainer. So this is probably just enough to help restrict flow for the pump for that, and that's why I'm losing these impellers. So I'll clean this up, I'll put this back together, and then when I get my new impeller tomorrow, it'll be ready to go. But I would, if I had to take a guess, I would say this thing hasn't been cleaned. It hasn't been cleaned as for a very, very long time. That's all grass and just restricts the flow inside there. And so we'll wash this off, clean it up, and put this back together, and I think that'll fix our problem permanently. That's good news, actually. It's end of day 12. Made it to bed here. It's about 10 o'clock at night. Got that impeller, all of that cleaned up. We went and had a nice dinner. And anyway, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the store. Anybody has a question on regel, anything, just give me a call or leave a message down below. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Anyway, peace out. Remember, live life, no regret. I do. And thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.